Las Vegas. Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll bring it up to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a first carry for their running back.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. Throwing now from the gun. Quick throw, taken in. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Niners are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. He'll throw to begin with Purdy. He'll find his open man. That's Brandon Ayuk. They get 11 and quickly pick up a 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Purdy going to put it up again. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Again in the air for Purdy. Downfield, and it's caught by Ayuk. They're locked in on this drive. Second connection for that pair. This one gaining 22. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll throw again with Purdy.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
On second down, Purdy. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Third down, Purdy. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over once again at their own 20-yard line.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. In motion now, it's Collins. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Again, working deep downfield. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
He's going to look downfield once again. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him, and will bring up third down. They'll throw out of the gun. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
They'll look to throw yet again. He's got his running back downfield, and it's complete. They get 24 on that one. Good for a Raider first down. They'll look to throw again. Throwing right, it's taken in. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
That's to the right side and incomplete.
I think the coverage deserves a majority of the credit for that one, Mike. I mean, up front, really nice job by the offensive line. The pass rush was completely stonewalled. Skill players had all the time in the world to get open, and they were just blanketed.
Back to the air one more time. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
Here's 3rd and 2. This one complete right side. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Vegas. Touchdown number 9 for the year. Carlson able to knock through the extra point, and the Raiders will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. At their own 35-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Out of the gun. It's Purdy. That's Ayuk with it on the left side. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. First and 10. Purdy. This one intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point on the sideline, Mike, it just has to feel like deja vu. I mean, really, the last 2 drives, same story. Continuing to drive, you have something brewing, and then you just stall out in the exact same fashion. You can't put the ball in harm's way. You're not going to win a lot of football games if you do.
To the ground, a 1st down run. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the 1st quarter. So we are through 1 on Sunday Night Football. It's the Raiders with the early lead. And we're back in Vegas after this. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. A high throw there, but a nice job to go up and get it.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but that once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Quick throw here is complete. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the 1st half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this game.
And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. To throw, Purdy. Look wide, get this one complete. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
In a lot of offenses, Mike, these quick passes to the wide receivers really fall under the run category. Of course, they're going to go down as a forward pass, but to a lot of offensive coordinators in the league, it's a lot easier to pick up first and second down yardage on these quicks than it is to turn around and hand it off to your running back and count on blocking everybody.
Throwing on second down is Purdy. Thrown left side, the catch is made. Now inside the 25. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 72 yards. Touchdown, San Francisco. Now the try for an extra point. He gets it to go, and the 49ers are on the board. It's now 14-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Now, faking the give. Here's a ball thrown deep right sideline. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a third down. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll drop to throw. Now a deep ball here for Collins. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier. So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Purdy. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. From the gun, it's Purdy. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. He'll go left side here and complete this one.
Like, I don't really even think this is much of a conversation on the plus side of the 50. I think you've got to keep your offense on the field, stay aggressive, and try to maintain possession. You get a field position like this, you want to make sure this drive ends with some sort of points.
Now Purdy. Able to complete it to Ayuk. And he's going to have a Niners first down. They find a way to convert on 4th and 10. Throwing again is Purdy. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Purdy going to put it up again. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll return to Las Vegas after this. The Niners will use the first of their time. Here's a 3rd down and 4. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. Mark him right on the 15, and the march continues. That is a first down picked up on the ground.
I actually like the call, Mike. I think when you have a fullback that's capable of impacting situations like this, it's a nice change-up from more what we're used to seeing throughout the rest of the league.
On 1st and 10, it's Purdy. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
Purdy now on 2nd down. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's what he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. Here's Purdy. That is caught at the 3. And he's going to have the 49ers first down by a good couple of yards, as they will indeed get the conversion there on 4th down and 10.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone, because it's 1st and goal.
And they'll run here with McCaffrey. And he'll go down back at the 4. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now back at the 4 for 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be McCaffrey. And he's going the wrong way, dropped back at the 7.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
That one, take it in. Brandon Ayuk, touchdown, 49ers.
So when you find yourself this tight to the goal line, Mike, the offense becomes a lot more restricted in as far as how deep you can throw the ball. The field is wider than it is long, and I think the idea here is let's spread them out. Let's put all of our eligibles out there and let the quarterback get a really good picture. Where are the holes in the coverage? Where are the one-on-one matchups that I like? And let's put this ball in the quarterback's hand, let him make a good decision, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
No problem there on the extra point, and the 49ers will tie things up. We are all even at 14. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Now a deep ball here for Collins. That is hot! And he will take this one in. 74 yards. Touchdown, Vegas. Carlson now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Raiders have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 for Purdy. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a 49ers. That is their second, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the intended receiver there. And it'll be 2nd down. To throw once more, it's Purdy. A dive and a catch. Incredible. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down. Throwing again is Purdy. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So we're at halftime here on Sunday Night Football. As we're off to Orlando, going to check in with Jonathan Coachman, who's got our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. And they'll show him the sideline, out of bounds, getting back to the 20-yard line. They'll break the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. Ayuk makes the catch right side. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
First and 10. Purdy. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better field for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
They're trying to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. They're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
When you give the ball to the fullback, it just hits a lot faster, so it puts a lot of pressure on the defense to trust their reads and react. It's exactly what we saw here. They're able to take him down in the backfield for a loss.
On 2nd down, Purdy. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. And he will score. Touchdown, San Francisco. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Now return coming from the 7. Now an opening past the 30. What a great return. All the way down to the 40-yard line.
You know, Mike, for a lot of guys in the league, the best way to make an impact as a rookie is through special teams. And anytime you can make yourself valuable, find a way to contribute, you do it. and that was a heck of a return right there.
The pressure will get to him. He goes down. There is a flag down in the backfield, usually the spot that tells us hold it. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a fourth and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down.
And he's going to have the Raiders first down. They wind up with a gain of 11 on fourth down.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What does my quarterback expect?
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The Niners have got it. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it, and that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
Again, they'll try to power forward with their fullback. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. They'll put Ayuk in motion. Purdy now on second down. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Christian McCaffrey out of the backfield. And it'll be third down.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Third and short. Here's Purdy. That's the fourth time tonight he's been intercepted. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now a deep ball here for Collins. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. In motion now, it's Collins. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
There's that man again. Another catch. And he's got another one. Touchdown, Las Vegas. That is 3 touchdowns in this one, and he's up to 11 on the season. And that is the hat trick. What a game. His 3rd touchdown reception of this one.
And nothing they've done to slow him down has worked, Mike. This defense, they're throwing multiple guys at him. They're playing man, they're playing zone. It doesn't matter. This guy is having his way, and he's having a day.
And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. To throw on first down is Purdy. That one knocked away and incomplete.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
That's hard. And he's going to take this one all the way. 80 yards. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. He'll come across the 20 and take him down at the 21-yard line. Start on the ground, and nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
The size, the speed, and the strength of this defensive tackle was on full display, Mike. He defeats the block, strikes the ball carrier at the line of scrimmage. He's able to bring him down, keep it to no gain.
Now a deep ball here for Collins. He's got it! And he will dive into the end zone. 79 yards. Touchdown, Vegas. Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders will go up by 7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. Wow, they are hitting now. Been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on that return. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Now a run, and it's their fullback with the carry. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted.
You know, Mike, one thing that we used to say is it didn't matter how good you were or how long you played. Eventually, you're just going to have one of those days, and I think for this quarterback, he's got to be able to move on from this pretty quickly because this is about as bad a day in the office as you can imagine.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now a give on the ground. Space to run inside the 20. 18 yards on the pickup there. First down, Vegas.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now they'll set up to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's in! Touchdown, Vegas. Now Carlson to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Raiders will extend this third quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone. No move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10. Purdy. And not wanting to take on any contact, he's going to slide to a stop. So back and forth they go as we are through 3. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. On 1st and 10, it's Purdy. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
First down, San Francisco.
Throwing on 1st down is Purdy. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, 49ers. He has come alive after the break. His 3rd touchdown of the second half. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Now for the point after. He's got it. And the 49ers will cut the deficit to 7. So things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. The return starts from the 5. They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now a deep ball here for Collins. That is brought in. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 78 yards. Touchdown, Vegas. His big night continues. His 3rd touchdown of the game. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Purdy now, he'll throw on first down. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. From the gun, it's Purdy. Able to complete it to Ayuk. He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game in that one. A first down.
First down, 49ers.
Throwing again is Purdy. A dive and a catch. Incredible. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down. They'll throw again with Purdy. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Back to the air is Purdy. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. Third and long. Shotgun snap to Purdy. And more of the same. Another interception. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
Here's first and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. They'll turn and hand this one off. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
It is third and 10. In motion now, it's Collins. On third down, they'll set up to throw. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a fourth down decision to make.
And he's going to pick up the first down. He was short when he caught it, but knew exactly where he needed to get to. Gets there and keeps the drive alive. In motion now, it's Collins. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders. He has come alive after the break. His third touchdown of the second half. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. First and 10 for Purdy. He'll air it out down the middle. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. And the Raiders force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Try again. It's second and 10. Now, faking the give. Oh, he tried to get away, but he can't break free. And that is going to be a safety. So first, the decision to throw down here backed up near your own goal line. And the defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him, Greg, in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, you have to trust that your quarterback is going to have the clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long. The defense is able to get to him in the end zone, and it results in the safety.
Here's Purdy on first and 10. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. 10 catches now in the game. They've gone his way early and often. That one for a first down. That's going to be incomplete. They cannot hook up there. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. A second down throw here for Purdy. And that is incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
On third down, it's Purdy. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. And he'll take it on in. Ricky Pearsall. Touchdown, San Francisco.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
The extra point, up and good. And the 49ers are able to edge a bit closer. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
They'll drop to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
And now the referee looks like he has gotten word from replay. They're going to stop the game inside the last 2 minutes. All replays emanate from there. So the official upstairs and the replay center in New York get the second look, and indeed this call will be overturned. Now a deep ball toward the end zone.
You can just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do, and man, they were this close to coming away with a huge takeaway.
Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against a perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Carlson able to knock through the extra point, and the Raiders will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. They send him right out of the slot. 1st and 10. Purdy. His throw left side is complete. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. They'll put Ayuk in motion. Purdy on 1st down. He'll let one go down the middle. And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. Picked off by Tyreek Stevenson. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 33.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete, but pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. Now they'll set up to throw. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. In motion now, it's Collins. Throwing now on 3rd. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. Now a deep ball here for Collins. Oh, he's got a defender right with him, and it's an interception. Picked off by Diamador Lenore.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
One last shot now for Purdy. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So this one